Ryabkin across from O'Neill, one back by O'Neill, and here we go. Phillips up the near side for Hafley. It's sent into the Muskegon zone. Jacks are going left to right across your screens and radios. Ryabkin in the near side corner. Flips the ice to the far side for Veo. Chipped up for Stefanik. Kept in by O'Neill, though. Veo tries again. This time D-to-D with Dexheimer. Knocked down. Dexheimer off his feet. Down to his backside. Still finds a way to find Lawrence, who goes across for Xavier Veo. To the near side, Stefanik in the neutral zone. Jacks start a line change. Stefanik out for Ryabkin. Into the offensive end. Pushes it off the back wall. Here's Tynan Lawrence. Taken away by Bracco. Ryabkin bangs a body, but the other way comes Landon Hafley. Over the red line, now the blue. Far side wall away from Stefanik. Hafley looks to pop out in front. It goes off the pad of Godziev. Here's Reese Lance, the Lumberjacks affiliate player who plays up to Lawrence, and it's sent in deep. Lance, not his USHL debut, spent a couple weekends ago here in Muskegon. Ryabkin bangs a body, but here comes Hafley the other way, working on Lance. Another alum of the Pens Elite program. It's taken by Bauer Berry. Up the far side, Stefanik. Kept in by Bell. Ryabkin battles for it, and it comes the way of Stefan, a native, and the program comes back down the ice. Fondrick working one-on-one on Dexheimer. The rest of his line changing. Behind the net, picked up by Ryabkin, and now here's Galenic. Chipped high in the air to the near side. Jacks finish the change. Sanderson jumps over the wall alongside Lawrence to join Ryabkin. It's Lindbergh in his own zone. He fans on the breakout pass and curls behind the net. Near side, Phillips. Ryabkin looks to lay a check. Takes the puck, and now Lawrence looks out in front. Great play by Lindbergh to negate the opportunity. Here's Ryabkin. Up top, Veo. Veo. Back to Ryabkin. Up top, Veo. Middle of the blue line. Fires, but blocked. Gets the rebound. Works down the wall. Xavier looks to center. It goes off of Lindbergh up to the blue line, and now here comes Moore. One-on-one on Clares. Pops out in front. Great check by Danny Clares, finishing the play and allowing possession to go for Tynan Lawrence. Here's Drew Stewart. Carried to the middle of the ice, taken by Murtagh. To the offensive zone, finds the trailer. Bracco a chance.
In Racing Blue, you even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free.
But finds Drew Schock. Across the way, Murtagh, a one-timer pad save by Godziev. Bell picks it up and goes backwards for Phillips. Up the far side, Phillips finds Bell to the offensive zone. Kicks out, Hafley fired and blockered away. Here's Bauer Berry with it. Up the wall for Stefanik. It's regained by Phillips. Up to O'Neill. Centered for Hafley. To the offensive zone. Kicked away by Ryabkin, who covered on the back end. By O'Neill. Up the far side for Stefanik. Centered for Ryabkin. Carries to the near side where he finds Lawrence, and it's sent in. Scherer, the first one on it. Future Boston Terrier. Up ahead. Kvasnicka flies the zone. Here he comes. One-on-one. Fires a shot. Chested away by Godziev. Rebound picked up by the Lumberjacks and Reese Lance. Lance ahead for Ryabkin. Over the blue line. Holds top of the circles. Fires down low. Jake Toll, the defenseman, on the forecheck. Back out to Ryabkin. Nice move behind the net. Tough angle shot. Shouldered away by Bettiger. Trethewey. Across the way. First one on it. Sanderson turns and fires. Redirected. There was Ryabkin. But Bettiger. End of a long shift. Takes a bump from MVB. Gallant carries it out of the zone. Finds McKinney. 3-on-2 with a back checker. McKinney near side. At the blue line, across the way. Trethewey, nice move. Holds and fires. Rebound in front. Godziev makes the save. It's loose side of the net, and the whistle is out of the program zone. One back by Ryabkin. Here's Clares, middle of the blue line, across for Berry. Fired and blockered aside by Bettiger. Stefanik across from Keene to the far side corner. Lawrence comes in to help out. Takes it below the goal line, behind the net to the near side. Tynan Lawrence turns and looks across the way, finds Stefanik on the wall, and it's cycled down low for Ryabkin. In the corner, out for Lawrence, back to the near side. Curls away from Bracco and goes back to Stefanik. Behind the net, picked up by Bracco, and Clares drops down. Kvasnicka chips in, gives chase. Hard check onto Bracco. right at the Red Bank Generals dashboard advertisement. Toll keeps it in. He fires, redirected. Nice save by Bettiger. Now McKinney down the ice. Mooney stretches the defense, puts the brakes on and holds. Top of the circle, drops off for Schock, who has it on the half wall. His centering attempt taken by Spitznagel, deputy pick, who leads on across from Mooney. Mooney loses his glove. Face-off won by Ryabkin. It's sent down low. Charlie Trethewey takes it. Up the near side, stick lifted by Stefanik. Lawrence has it. Stefanik, team. Took the USHL by storm last year on the under-17 team. Carries the offensive zone. On his backhand, popped out in front. They score. It's Jacob Kvasnicka. The second chance opportunity. Well, LJ Mooney lowers his shot 20 minutes. Ryabkin leans in. He wins it back. The newest Lumberjack takes possession first. He has it in his own zone. Poked to the neutral zone, but it's sent back in by Garrett Lindbergh. Jacks in the black, going right to left across your screens and radios. Near side, Stefanik sends it in. Across the way, Lawrence lifts the stick. Carries down to the corner. Lindbergh behind the net, met by Stefanik. Up the wall, it's kept in by Ryabkin. Turns and fires. A nice glove save. Ivan Ryabkin plays the game. That's why he's a projected top 5 NHL draft pick. Now he leans in for the draw, though it's won back by Cole McKinney, a fellow projected first rounder. McKinney down the ice, taken away by Dexheimer, and now Veo finds Stefanik. Ryabkin continues down the ice to the offensive zone, down to Lawrence, back to Ryabkin, continued behind the net. Here comes McKinney, met by Dexheimer behind the net, hard check by Barrett Dexheimer, the back down low. Down for Gallant, pressured by Dexheimer. Richard Gallant. And against the boards, it comes up with Stefanik. Good keep by Trethewey, but it trickles out off the stick. Near side of the offensive zone. Klee with Ryabkin and Stefanik up front. Lawrence and Veo behind him. Stefanik fires just wide. Ryabkin works with Veo to keep it in. Xavier Veo walks the blue line. Back to Ryabkin, far side. Ivan Ryabkin holds on the wall. Fires off the back wall to the near side. Stefanik. Back around to Ryabkin at the DTE dashboard. It comes back to the near side corner. McKinney wins for Veo to receive. Veo for Ryabkin. In his own zone, back up for Xavier Veo. He'll lead the rush over the blue line of the offensive end. Chips and chases to the near side where Charlie Trethewey meets it. Couldn't clear it. It's kept in. Stewart gets it down the ice. Jack's attempt. Though Klee wins the draw. Veo keeps it in. Fires towards the net. Redirected by Klee, but wide. Now on the far side corner, Lawrence battles for it. It comes up with McKinney. He'll carry down the ice. Met by Stefanik and played backwards for Keene. Now across the way, Gallant. Ahead for McKinney. Turns a 1-on-3 into a 1-on-1 on Veo. And Lawrence. Up top, Ivan Ryabkin. Holds. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence fires. It goes wide. Ryabkin gets it once more. Top of the far side circle. Up top, Stefanik. Far side, Veo. Walks the blue line. Back to Stefanik. Down low. Ryabkin one-timer. Great block by Lindbergh. And he feels all of it. He gets back to his feet. Ryabkin shoots again. This one wide. Kept in by Stefanik. Chase Stefanik. Down the wall. Finds Klee in the corner. Behind the net, David Klee. For Lawrence, up the far side. Top of the circle. Down low, Ryabkin. Ivan Ryabkin away from Moore. Now Klee pops out between his legs. Nice shot. It goes awry. Picked up by Ryabkin in his own zone. Ivan Ryabkin away from Bracco. Here he comes. Up the far side finds Lance. The clearing attempt comes out with Will Bell. Poked away by Sanderson. Carter Sanderson plays to the near side for Lance. Back up for Sanderson. Joined by Lawrence. Here's Lance to the offensive zone. Reese Lance fires. A nice save. Veo and Dexheimer behind them. One back by Ryabkin. Here's Veo. Walks the blue line away from Kvasnicka. Sends down to the corner where Ryabkin picks it up. Pops out for Lawrence. A nice shot. Better save from far side circle. One back to Veo again. Though it escapes the zone. Forced out by Stewart. Here's Kvasnicka. Intercepted by Lawrence. The offensive zone. Pushed down to the corner. He gets it back. Far side, Veo drops down, met by Stewart. One-timer found Fondrick, but it went high and wide. Here's Kvasnicka once more. Hard check by Ryabkin, throwing the weight around. 5'11", 201. Kvasnicka now ahead for Lawrence. These two shared a line for Gadziev. Kept in by Schock. Has Lawrence all over and popped out in front. Is it Mooney? No, it's not. It's instead Will Moore. Look at the M-Live replay. Great pass out in front by Drew Schock. Dropped down from the blue line. Spitsnagel working on Scher. Pushed hard into the glass. It's picked back up by Murtagh. Met by Ryabkin. Chip thumbs up to Lawrence. To the offensive zone. Taken away by Scher. Lincoln Keene, who replaced Schock, has it back in his own zone. Up the near side, O'Neill. Got a piece of it. So across from Ryabkin. Snaps it back. And the NTDP takes the opening possession of the third. Puck goes to the Jacks end. Here's Landon Hafley. Behind the net to the near side. Met by Dexheimer. Across the way, here's Xavier Veo. Up ahead for Stefanik. Bouncing puck picked up by Lawrence. One-on-one on Phillips. Puts the brakes on and leaves off for Stefanik. Down to the corner. In front, Lawrence fires. It goes wide. It might have gone. Comes McKinney. Over the center ice logo. Sends in deep. Looked to get it back, but collided with Ivan Ryabkin. It's Donnie Bracco. He wraps it hard. First one on it is O'Neill. He's met by a lumberjack. It's fired out for Bell. Met side. Bell up for Bracco. He keeps it in. Ryabkin clears out for Lawrence behind the defense. Tynan Lawrence to his forehand. Great diving play by Maceo Phillips. But now Ryabkin looks to get it on net. It goes awry. Here's Chase Stefanik. Stefanik, near side half wall. Sends it down for Lawrence. Tynan down to the corner for Ryabkin. Up front for Lance. Up to the blue line, Veo. Xavier fires. Bad save. No rebound. Bettiger. Ryabkin leans in. So it's one back by Fondrick. Ryabkin working with Stefanik. Wins possession for the Jacks. Clares looks to keep. One back by O'Neill. Here's Trethewey. Looks to clear the zone and does with some help from O'Neill. Stick lifted by Lawrence. Met by Veo as sent all the way down for Trethewey to receive. Charlie Trethewey. Ahead. Finds Keene. Works Stefanik. Now Lawrence. Walks in, Tynan Lawrence sends it down low, Veo, the first one on it. Across for Stefanik in front, there's Ryabkin, the new guy in. Ryabkin behind the net, to Stefanik near side, ahead for Dexheimer. Barry, centers for Lawrence, looks across. Stefanik looks to clear it. He finds Lawrence in the neutral zone. Joined by Veo on the rush. Here comes Tynan Lawrence. Near side corner. Curls up the wall. Carries to the blue line. Looks across and finds Jake Toll. Toll fires out in front. Ryabkin has it. Plays across the crease where it's one back by Moore. Flying through though. Lawrence finds Stefanik. To Lawrence far side. Keene in the area. Taken back by Stefanik. Chase Stefanik. To the near side, looking for Ryabkin, but it's intercepted by Trethewey, and Birdchild sends it deep. Here's Campbell Coyne. Reverses to Toll near side, ahead for Lawrence, centered for Ryabkin. Back to Lawrence. Over the red line, sends in. Stefanik gets it far side corner. Chase Stefanik wraps it around the boards. Lumberjacks defenseman changing, so Clares meets it in the neutral zone. Ahead for Moore, sent by Birdchild to the offensive zone. Pops out in front, rebound loose. Murtagh a chance, but it's met by the pad of Gadziev. Here's Clares. Finds Ryabkin, steps inside the offensive zone, leaves off for Clares. It's cycled down. Deputy to Ryabkin, holds and fires. It's blocked and goes to the corner where he picks it back up. Thrown out in front for Deputy. Tangled up with Trethewey. Ahead for Stefanik to the offensive zone. Kicks out for Ryabkin. Pushed on net to the far side corner it goes. Veo drops down. Stewart carries it out. Ryabkin covers on the back end. 2-on-2. Stewart leads it. To the near side. Looks out in front. Goes up a couple bodies. And Gadziev holds. Face off one back by Ryabkin to the offensive zone. Here's Toll. Lawrence in the corner, continues it around. Going to the bench, Gonziev. Veo gets it down to Spitsnagel. Now Lawrence works up the far side. Up top, Veo, near side, Toll. Down low, Nestrasil. Voslov to Toll at the blue line. Now Ryabkin near side. 6-on-5 with 90 seconds. It's a goal, they score! It's Ivan Ryabkin! What a debut! In this 5-minute overtime, Ryabkin leads in across from Fondrick. It's won by Fondrick, and now Schock has it far side. Taken away by Ryabkin. Lawrence drops down for it, far side wall. Schock takes it behind the net. 5 minutes, sudden death overtime. If you score, you win. If no one scores, we go to a shootout. Schock up the far side, taken away by Lawrence, regained by Kvasnicka. Here's Fondrick. Up the near side to the offensive zone. Conrad Fondrick puts the brakes on. Plays back up to the blue line. Works across. Taken away by the Jacks. Regained by Kvasnicka. And Schock will reset. 45 replaced by Bracco. The Jacks have Dexheimer and Nestrasil joining Ryabkin. Here's Bracco. He holds, fires. Blocked by Ryabkin. He'll start the rush. Chips it down the ice. Glove down by Bracco. Pressured by Nestrasil. Donnie Bracco. They 1-1 the NTDP. Bracco with Murtagh. Bracco far side. Murtagh one-timer. Great save. Lawrence with speed leads the rush 1-on-2. Now slows up in the offensive zone. Drops off for Ryabkin. His shot. Big. Chooses the far side. His forehand to the outside. Now weaves slowly down the ice. Schock from the near side. Middle of the ice. Fires. He scores. Also to the University of Michigan. He's a right-handed shot. Chooses the far side. Works towards the middle. Forehand. He scores. 2-1. And he goes all the way down to his half of the ice. And now here he comes. Ryabkin, a left-handed shot at a Balakova, Russia. Far side with speed. Forehand. Fire. Turned aside. The 18s pick up.